First thing at the feeder this morning, the gobbler and all his girls. Thunder chicken out there with all of his girls, going to be the first thing to hit the feed this morning. No deer around right after daylight. Did not get nearly as cold this morning, only 51 degrees. It's a whole lot of difference in 51 and 39, I got to tell you. You can walk out on the deck in the underwear, doesn't take your breath away. I was told this week by a friend of mine that the wildlife department had said that we had a problem with bird flu in Carter County, which part of our ranch, not much of it, about 15, 20 acres are in Carter County. The rest is in Murray County, Oklahoma. Carter County had a problem with bird flu that had hurt the turkey population. But it seems like that we have as many or more turkeys on our ranch in Murray County as we ever have. We've got a really good supply, and a lot of the hens that had babies, like we've seen that one running around, had one little chick with her. I saw one yesterday, had 4 chicks that are almost grown, which is not nearly a full clutch, but it's still, it's still reproduction, and you're still having baby birds that are basically adults by this time of the year. Just a little bit smaller than their mama. You can't even hardly tell the difference. So bird flu, I don't know much about, obviously, but I think it's one that is transferable to humans pretty easily and causes epidemics and kills a lot of humans. Bird flu. And I think that chickens is one of the big carriers of it. I've never heard of wild turkeys. Maybe they have some turkey farms in Carter County that been infected. I don't know, but that was, he heard that from the wildlife department, the Oklahoma Wildlife Department. I don't know if the wildlife department would have a whole lot to do with a turkey farm. I don't even know of any turkey farms down there. You'd think that'd be the agriculture department. But all of that aside, we have wild turkeys, healthy wild turkeys that don't have the flu, hadn't had their vaccination, and doing just fine here on a beautiful fall morning in southern Oklahoma. They're not concerned about much of anything. There, finally. Look at there, they've turned into small deer. That's a little tiny over on the left. You can see how small she is in comparison with August. But August is, they're both fine. They're beautiful, and all of the problems that we've had this year trying to keep our baby deer alive, and I don't know, it's just problem after problem. It seemed like individual things different with, and we just we weren't able to keep a good bunch of babies alive, and here we have deer in August and September, which it's never happened before, and these little girls were born in August, and they're just beautiful. One of them is almost a miniature deer, but she's getting pretty good size, actually. And 2 that were born in September, we lost one of them within a week or so, but the one that was just terrible, couldn't even walk or anything, and he's doing just fine. I remember that picture that we had of him, and he just looked like he couldn't even walk. You put him down, he'd just sprawl out. He wouldn't even try to walk. Now he's running around like crazy. But there's little Tiny and little August. I'm sitting here watching them walk around out there like I've never seen a deer before. I guess I love them, huh? What do you think? That little Tiny. And I don't guess she's ever going to quite catch up, but well, she's a pretty fat little rascal, isn't she? Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful little girl deer. Yes, sir. Some of y'all have asked what the blue dock lights look like that we put down there, the little square dock lights that are about, a couple inches by 4 inches. The blue ones that we put on the deck, those are screwed down to the deck, extremely fast, easy to install. Now we need a few more white lights. My white lights, I replaced some of them, but I ran out, and so I don't have quite as many white lights. Those are post lights that I get at Home Depot. On those post lights, I just have to pick me up some more. You can see some of the reflections in the water. It looks like that the water lights are twinkling. They're really not. I can zoom in a little bit more to show you what it looks like there, but you can see that actually that's the water right you're looking at, where it looks like those blue lights and white lights are twinkling lights, and they're really not. It's just that it's got a little bit of breeze blowing out here, but that's what the dock lights look like. And you can actually see them all. We got two. They're pretty bright, really, for little small lights. Now, my rope lights did come in, but my electricity's messed up on that dock. I'm hoping to get a guy out here tomorrow to kind of check the electricity. The other dock, which is that one over there that you can't really even see, but hoping to get somebody out here to kind of see if we can figure out. But those white lights should have lights corresponding on the other side of that walkway, because you can see I've got 3 or 4 lights out right there. But it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. And where the reflections in the water is always good. And depending on where you're looking at it from, you know, there's trees in front of us, so sometimes you can see all the lights, sometimes you can't. But I like it. The dock lights make a real nice little accent. We do have an underwater light that we're going to put in also. We'll be doing that sometime in the next week or so. But that's what the dock lights look like. Actually, pretty doggone cool. Back up a little bit. That's the view from the house. Looks pretty nice. All right, some of y'all have commented over the last week or so, several of you as a matter of fact, that I haven't been in the big pens out away from the house. I've been in the pens around the house and fed the deer there, but I haven't been up here, and we haven't seen these deer up here. I want to kind of take a look at what some of the babies, what they've grown into. And many of y'all have asked about the last little deer that was born, that little tiny buck. You know, we had twin bucks born in September. Never had any deer born in August. And we had August and a little tiny born in August, and they're doing great. We'll take a look at them here after a while. We'll go in there. Got to feed them something too. But we'll go in the big pens up here and kind of take a look and see how the deer are doing in there. I've got a big bag of carrots and apples right here, so I've got a little treat for them. And we'll get some video in there and see what we can do. We have a beautiful, beautiful fall day. Just killing me to not be fishing, but you know, it's probably anybody that's working today, it's killing them not to be working, but I mean, not to be fishing and not to be at least outside. Even if you don't love to fish, you want to be outside on a day like today, because it's absolutely, absolutely fantastic. So let's go in the pen, take a look at the deer in there. And so some of y'all have been wondering about these girls in here, and a couple of nice bucks. We're getting ready to look at them. It's 80 degrees, so the majority of the deer were in the shade. I've come in here with them and getting up, and they're moving around. You can see the big, beautiful does, how beautiful they really are. And they're moving around right now. Obviously, one of them want to pee on the camera. They seem to like to do that. We've got several does in each side. There's one of the little babies running over there. You can look how big that baby is. That's running over on the other side. We'll go over there maybe in that side also, because we've got a buck on that side and a buck on this side over there. You can see another little baby running over there. That's the baby's born in September. Still got spots. I can't see it. Stopped right behind that deer, I guess. I guess it did. I saw it running there, and that will be one of the September babies. And we'll go over there and kind of try to get a little closer look at it. They're pretty doggone wild. And nice buck over there on that other side you see also. We will get over there. We've got one buck over here on this side, and it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This girl coming up here wanting something to eat. She said, I see that bag that Jimmy's got there around his shoulder. That bag that Susan made for me. Just throw a little bit out there on the ground for her, some apple and carrots. Let her eat. We'll see if maybe some of the other deer will come up here and get a little closer as well. These deer, these does, some of them are getting fairly old, but they're still producing well and still enjoying it here with a casual life. They got one buck that they have to run from throughout the year, and that's it. She's up really, really close there. I'll see if I can get another one or two to kind of come up close to me. There you go, baby. There you go. Come on. That one that was up here close, she ran right over there in a hurry. Oh. Didn't throw those very far. These deer would probably just about eat out of my hand. We got a few more coming over here now, which is good. Get them going here. I've got a pretty good bag. I want to give these boys some that's over here too. These two nice bucks. I want to make sure that they get to eat some. But these does right here being pretty doggone friendly. Coming in here pretty close and grabbing these carrots and eating them. Let's see if we can find the buck that's in this side. He's probably down here laying in the shade somewhere, enjoying himself, I'd imagine. So we'll take a little look down there and see if we can find him. Oh, look at that lake out there. Look at that lake, 80 degrees here towards the end of October. A little west wind blowing, not a real strong wind, just a little bit of a wind. We have fished a couple days this week, and fishing's really hard. The hardest it's been all year, without a doubt. We had wind blowing from the north, wind blowing from the east. Yesterday, wind blowing from the west. I took a couple of friends of mine out there yesterday evening, and we had a tough time catching them. I think we did end up catching 16, but it's really tough. And here's our buck laying down here, as I thought he might be, laying down here, enjoying himself in the shade. We'll get down here and try to take a little closer look at him. But there he is right there. I'm gonna try to see if I can coax him up, get a little really nice close video for the antlers video. He's pretty carefree right there, not paying a whole lot of attention to me, not even getting up a bit. Throw something out there, see if I can get him to get up a little bit. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You can come on up here and see me. This is actually 4 large pens with gates connecting everything. And these deer are a little bit wilder. We've got it broken down into 2 pens as it is. You can see that the deer, some of them are really spooky. And once some of them get spooky, it kind of gets them all spooky. But you can see how big that baby is right there. That baby is a deer, just like what you see running around in the wild. 2 or 3 of the others are the same way. And the 2 deer that were born in, the 2 deer that were born in September. The healthiest one and the biggest one, now those are, you can see a couple little girls right over there. You can see that there's three little girls right there together. Another one back over here to the left. There may be a buck or 2 in there, I don't know. I'm just calling them girls, just calling them that. But you can see the little baby down there. We got one girl up here eating, that's all. The rest of them don't want to come up this close and eat. I'm walking here with my camera on a tripod, so it's a monopod as I'm using it right now. All right, let's see if we can find that little guy and get a look at him. He's still got spots. Where's my little boy? There he is right there. Yeah, there he is right there. You can see, is that him? I think so. Right there, yes, that's him. He's looking at us. It's hard to see the spots. The sun's really, really bright. 80 degrees out here, 80 degrees. We're supposed to have rain in a few days. We're supposed to have a lot cooler temperature. Some days, you can see, take a look at him, we get a look at him, see he's still got all these spots. And it's just almost amazing. But now we have seen a deer or 2 in the last few days out on the ranch running around. We got lots of deer on the ranch. We've been seeing a lot of those deer running around, not a lot, but 2 or 3 here lately that have spots just like him. So they're small. There he is. Right there. It's hard for me to keep up with him here. But that's the little guy that was laying so funny. I laid him down and he couldn't walk, and I'd lay him down. I'd rearrange his rings and couldn't do anything. He was very much like Forrest was when he was a baby. Forrest couldn't walk. We named him after Forrest Gump, who was crippled as a child. And Forrest was crippled and couldn't walk, and Sherry and Jordyn nursed him back to health and brought him back. Jordyn kept him in her bedroom for a while, took him everywhere. He rode in her car with him, and Sherry kept him for a while, and Jordyn kept him for a while, and finally they nursed him back where he could walk and brought him back down here at the ranch. And of course he's lived here ever since, and he's had lots of escapades over the last couple of years. He's got his 3rd set of horns right now. But there's our little baby. There he is right there. That's the one that, if you go back and look at that thumbnail shot that we had of him, he just looked terrible. He couldn't even lay down correctly. He was so crippled up. But and his brother, who appeared to be a little bit healthy, did not make it. They didn't make it, but Apache actually took him home with him and kept him alive 2 or 3 days, but something was wrong with him. But he's born in September. Only 2 deer we've ever had born in September were those little twins. I think both of them were bucks, if I remember right.
But that's a little twin buck, and you know, he might grow up to be the biggest critter on the whole ranch. You can never tell. Forrest was crippled, and you know what he looks like right now, so you just can't ever tell. But there he is right there, and the other baby's in here. And just like look at him real close. So let me just move right there. That's another baby, and you can look at the difference in those two deer. You just back up a little bit, and you can see them both at the same time. There you go. Those are both this year's fawns. That deer right there probably might have been born in May. So June, July, August, September, 4 months older. 4 months older. The deer really running around. Bella and Benelli's up there in the truck. They might be coming down and be walking around. They're supposed to be staying in the mule, but I don't know if they are or not. But there we go. There we go. That's what the little baby looks like, and he's beautiful. Okay, guys and girls, that will wrap up this week's ranch video. Everything went smooth this week. Didn't have anybody kill anybody that we know of. It could have happened out there somewhere that we don't know of, but didn't have anybody kill anybody. Everything's gone pretty good. The deer seemed to back off the rut a little bit. They were kind of getting heavy into chasing. We did see a little bit of chasing this week, but not much. And we didn't really see many deer spar. I saw them spar a time or two. I don't think I ever got any video of it. If I did, I didn't get much video, and there probably wasn't much count. But things are going good. By the way, I did want to add for you Facebook folks out there, we got 350,000 people now on Facebook, or 350 some odd thousand people on Facebook. And we've added about 5,000 people in the last month or so. And it's just amazing how many new people are coming on there. One of the things that Sherry is doing is, I think she's sending some invites out there to folks that have commented, made a comment, but never actually got on Facebook. But I want to let you know, especially all you new people out there on our social media, we have 3 YouTube channels also. So if you're on Facebook and you're not on our YouTube channels, you're missing some stuff that we're doing. We do about 1,000 videos a year for social media. Our Catch a Better Life channel, we read a devotional every single morning on a book that I wrote called Catch a Better Life, a devotional built around fishing, a scripture from the Word of God, and a fishing tip for every single day. We have that channel on. Jimmy Houston Outdoors Fishing is a channel we spun off earlier this year. We spun off of the Jimmy and Chris Houston's Twin Eagle Ranch channel, and we just call that Jimmy Houston Outdoors. We changed the name of that to Jimmy and Chris Houston's Twin Eagle Ranch, spun off Jimmy Houston Outdoors Fishing. So you must be on that fishing channel to see the fishing stuff. I mean, that's where, and we post a lot of videos over there, and a lot of short videos, a lot of little 1-minute tips, a lot of long videos of fishing. I'm trying to learn how to use a GoPro where I can go out maybe and fish an hour or two in the evening or in the morning or middle of the day or whenever I want to go, and just see what happens. Just take you fishing with me. If we don't catch any, we'll talk about why we didn't catch any. If we catch them, we'll show you the fish and tell you why we caught them, how we caught them, what we caught them on. And more importantly than that, how you can go out there and do the exact same thing. So be sure and subscribe to that if you're some of the new people on Facebook, and get over there on that YouTube channel. We post a lot of stuff over on TikTok. Got almost 80,000 people on TikTok now. So we post a lot of stuff over there, particularly a lot of little short stuff. So if you want to be involved and see, like I said, we do about 1,000 videos a year for social media. You want to make sure you don't miss any. Go subscribe or follow, whichever you do, on whatever format it is, and you won't miss anything if you have that little bell ready, so you ding that bell. And so share this thing with all your buddies. Share it with all your buddies, because we have fun, good, clean fun. We don't let anybody use any foul language or start cussing anybody out or get mad on any of the channels. We'll kick you off if you do that. But get over there and get on our YouTube channels. Check us out on TikTok every now and then. Just everybody go out there and have a great one. And remember, I sure do love you.